You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Ding dong. Hello?
Everybody three count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get here because I was cute, or because I came from some famous wrestling family, or because I sucked up to the right people. I got here because I am good. I earned this championship.
Frustrated into the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Brett made a very, very selfish decision. Brett's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Brett screwed Brett. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Brett.
This is my show, and I'm sick of all of you calling me the coward. You're the cowards. I'm the one here day in and day out in that wrestling ring beating people up. Thank you very much.
I don't steal opportunities. I am the opportunity.
3 ain't enough now. I need 5. Welcome in, Jim.
I'm an idiot.
Ryan.
I'm a sausage guy.
Matt.
Who gives a shit?
Tim.
Right on the cock.
And intern Mark.
Hi, boys.
I'm going to tell y'all with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday live. It is September the 2nd, 2021. We are glad to be with you here on a Thursday night. Make sure you go to our website, 3countthursday.com. You'll find all of our social media links, our merchandise over at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver.
Thank you, Tim. Our Patreon page, patreon.com/3Count Thursday, our collar and elbow brand deal, store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Use promo code 3Count for 10% off each and every order over there. Our home network, of course, is NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com. And our secondary home is the Leap Sports and Music Network. Ryan, where can the people find that?
LEEIBsports.com.
That's the one. If you're following along with us in the live video, make sure to give it a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. And we'll get to our wrestler of the week and all of that. Sometimes the reality and just weight of life is all too real. And unfortunately for the wrestling world and wrestling fans, today is another one of those days. So if you're watching us, if you haven't seen the news, Daphne, former WCW and Impact and just professional wrestler, lost her life today at 46 years old. And the I don't know the right way to put it. But mental health is a serious situation. And it's a heavy day. It's a heavy reality. the people we've had the opportunity to meet and get to know in this industry that I've seen impacted by this, because they've known her, they've worked with her, wrestled her, all of the above and more. It sucks. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it, how else to say it. You know, the thing that I'll say is this: we'll go around to you guys, and you guys can give your thoughts on the day, on the news, on everything. But we are here. You know, I don't think that gets said enough, especially in a world that is far too ugly, far too just nasty and mean and everything for far too long and all of that. So I'm here. We are here. I love the four of you. If you're watching us, if you've ever spent any time with us over the last 7 years, thank you. I love you. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to us. Reach out to somebody. I'm going to put a graphic up here and reach out. You know, there are tools. There are people who will be there to listen. Please use them. You matter. You are important. You are loved. You are cared about. So please don't go through anything alone. I don't know who wants to go next or say anything next. But you know, that's kind of my thought. It's just it's a heartbreaking situation.
I can go. So usually at the end of every show, amongst everything that I say, one thing I make sure to mention, and I don't know how many people stick through till the very end of our 2-hour show every week, but we love you, and tell somebody else that you love them too. You never know what somebody else is going through. And unfortunately for Daphne's situation, we had the unfortunate opportunity, some of us, to see someone at the end of the line, at the end of their line. And it's kind of, it's sobering to think of what somebody saying, thinking about you, love you, miss you, hope you're doing good. Just something like it's a butterfly effect. Like one little thing can change so many things. And oftentimes people feel they're invisible, especially in like these troubling times with everything going on with COVID, and especially people who've lost their livelihoods and lost family members and lost friends, that more and more you just become less and less seen and less important. And like, this goes to our immediate 3 Count Thursday family. This goes to the extended 3 Count Thursday family. Like, we love you. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to be here. Like we would be doing this, but it would be to an audience of 5 and instead of to an audience of however many choose to follow along with us on Facebook and Twitter and Periscope and YouTube, and who follow us on their podcatchers of choice when it drops, or those who listen to us on NGSE Sports and on the Lieb site. Like it's way beyond just the day to day, like, or every Thursday to Thursday. There's a lot of space in between. And I know all of us have social media. The 3 Count Thursday Twitter page, anything that's us is monitored all the time. The conversation does not have to be about wrestling. And we'll be honest with you, we'd probably appreciate it if you didn't just always talk to us about wrestling, because a lot of times wrestling sucks and like we enjoy it, but also like if you're going through something, let us help if you don't have somebody else to talk to. If you're, and it goes the same way too, if you're experiencing like a super big high and you need somebody to cheer with you, sometimes a lot of problems can come from you're experiencing a high and you can't share it with anybody, and then it just falls flat. You've got 5 of us right here openly saying, whenever you need something from us, if you need an ear or a shoulder or whatever, we're here. And that's what it all boils down to. So off the bat, while all of you are here, I love you. We love you. We're glad that you choose to spend your Thursdays with us. You could literally be anywhere else in the world, but you decide to hang out with us 5 idiots and hear us talk about wrestling and food most of the time. And just maybe hear Mark ramble for 30 minutes about episodes of the Brady Bunch that nobody has seen ever. But that's what we're glad we're able to do it for you guys. And again, like whatever it is you need from us, reach out. We'd rather be the last call than to be not called at all, you know?
That's a great point. And if you're watching this on your phone, jot that number down. If you are listening to it, pull over, take your phone out, and just everybody can share that number. That number is so important. You should have it saved in your phone under the word help, or 800-273-8255. The suicide prevention lifeline, 800-273-8255. If that's not available, like Tim said, all of our social media DMs are open. Pop in, hey, I'm going through shit. Let's talk it out. We're not professionals. I don't think any of us would ever claim to be. But we can be there for you. We can be the ear you might need. Like Tim said, I'd rather be called last than not at all. Yeah.
And even if even if you don't have the phone, even if you can't call, if you go to the website suicidepreventionlifeline.org, there's a live chat that you can talk to. The possibilities to talk to are endless. And also like don't think that you're being a burden. Like you're not. Nothing's too heavy. Please. Like no one's judging you. We love you just as much in spite of what you're going through than anything else. So please, like,
I mean, the realities of things, and never knowing what somebody has gone through. I mean, there was a point in my life, 14 years ago this fall, where I basically had like a mental breakdown, and it was the first time I truly experienced anxiety attacks. And it was so bad to the point where I was afraid to be left alone. But I was also literally afraid to leave my house. And I've been in counseling ever since. It has helped me immensely. I know a couple of days ago, Bryce, referee for AEW, shared that he has now started counseling. And I absolutely love when more people with a bigger footprint than me in the world are open about things, because it can help people realize that seeking help is not a sign of weakness or anything like that. I actually think it's a sign of strength and recognition that you're going through something bigger than you. So I love it whenever anybody shares that. So yeah, nothing nothing is ever, too, never think that, oh, this shouldn't be something I should be upset about. This shouldn't be something that is bothering me. If you need somebody to talk to, yeah, definitely do reach out. Matt or Mark, I don't know if you guys have things to add.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I will say this too. Unfortunately, some of us did see the video. At this point, the family has requested that video not be shared. So if you do see that on social media, please flag it, report it, so we can get it taken down, because it is very tough to watch, and it is a trigger for a lot of people going through some terrible stuff. So definitely don't want to keep that going on. Just share messages, share good vibes, share positive stories of interactions with Daphne. I saw Devin commented on when he met her and how cool she was to him, like that kind of stuff. Embrace the memory, because that's kind of what we have to do as fans at this point. When we lose these important people in the wrestling industry, it's good to talk about what we can do moving forward, but still embrace who they were as well in the ring, or just kind of those cool interactions that you had with them, in the lobby or at the fire hall, or backstage if you bumped into them, or when you worked a show with them. Share those stories, revel in those moments, but make sure that we are taking this and learning from it as well. Like everyone has said, talk to someone. Doesn't have to be anything heavy. If you just want to talk, you just need that human interaction. That's what we're here for as well. Just kind of, as a support, I'm always down for BSing about something. So 100% just reach out to someone.
I guess I'll throw my 2 cents in. I've been a wrestling fan for years and years, and I remember Daphne in the WCW, and she was one of my favorites, honestly. She came towards the end of the company's run, but I really liked her, very unique character. I didn't follow her so much into the TNA wrestling, but I did follow her on Instagram the last few years, and a very interesting person. And that video last night, unfortunately, was very hard to watch. Terrible. Just an absolute shame. But like everybody else said, we're willing to listen. There's a number you can call. I work with the general public practically every day of my life, and it's amazing the small interactions that I tend to have with people that I don't even know. Every once in a while, I have somebody come back and tell me how much, me trying to be helpful or listen to them, how much it meant to them, and that really kind of puts things in perspective, how just a little act of kindness can go a long way. So be kind, everyone. Like we were saying, you never know what anybody else is going through, but it's an absolute shame when somebody reaches a point where they see no other option other than to end their life. It's very sad.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a really important lesson. Is just, the interactions that we have with people. I mean, whether it's on social media, whether it's in person, whether it's, at the grocery store, at the hardware store, anywhere that we go, you never know, if that person, if their grandparents in the hospital and they finally came home and they finally got out to the store and were able to, buy some groceries. They've been visiting the person in the hospital, and they're having a rough day. So, maybe if they kind of bump into you, if they're not moving fast enough in the aisle, things like that, like approach people with kindness, approach people how, you would hope to be approached, as opposed to just, there's so many times where, we're always moving at the speed of light and everything's instantaneous and all of that. But, just be kind to people and think about what people are going through. And, and if there's somebody that, pay attention to people, because, sometimes somebody who is very social, if they kind of go quiet for a little while, check in on them. If somebody that usually answers a text instantly, if you're in a text group and you see they haven't responded in 12 hours, 24 hours, you know, send him one and just be like, hey, is everything all right? Shoot him a call, stuff like that. You know, I know, you know, over the past year and a half, you know, you know, between losing a job and losing a grandparent, losing a pet, and you know, some of the people who reached out to me, I wouldn't have expected to, and it meant the absolute world. So you never know. You never know if that text, if that Facebook message, if that Instagram message, email, whatever it is, you never know what that's going to mean to somebody. So, you know, it's just an absolute tragedy. You know, the last 24 hours for a lot of people have been really, really hard, extremely sad, and you know, is going to be something that you know, a lot of people will never you know, never truly get over. They'll miss that person, that friend, that family member, that colleague forever. But you know, again, I'm gonna put the graphic up one more time, you know, and 800-273-8255, you know, put it in your phone, you know, send it out to people. You know, there are always resources. And again, I'll just hammer it home one more time. We are always here. And, you know, if you think you have nowhere else to go, you do. There's us, there's one of us. You know, we can help hold you up as well. You guys have anything else? Any other thoughts? Any things you want to say? All right. So with that, I mean, obviously it's feels odd to go from that to doing what we normally do, but that's what we are going to do.
So I'll break the ice right here.
Go ahead, Tim.
So we had a conversation off air. I don't like the Big Mac.
Oh, we're jumping right in.
There's no other way to do this, man.
We just said we need to love each other. And I'm about
So
to hate on you so bad.
You need to love me in spite of not liking the Big Mac.
You know what? I love you through it. I'll love you through it.
What? Okay. So what about, because it's not my favorite burger, but I do not dislike the Big Mac.
Why else would you go to McDonald's?
Quarter pounder, egg McMuffin,
10-piece nugget,
the most generic burger ever.
Fish.
And it's got those huge.
Okay, Matt, I don't eat meat. We see you up there.
Right. You have
Who
gone
said,
to
wait,
McDonald's
hold on. Someone said the apple pie, because now I'm going to start fighting. Who said the apple pies?
That wasn't me.
I said the apple pies.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So
and
can his internet cut out?
Don't worry, it probably
believe me. It will.
So I
Tim,
don't
I don't like the Big Mac either.
Because to me, if I were going to eat the Big Mac, there's two things I'd take off.
Okay.
And I feel like if you make substitutions, why are you ordering a Big Mac?
Why would you eat a s'more and make substitutions and take things out of it?
Okay. No. Okay. So in the chat, we have two people. One, Devin.
Oh my God. I don't even know who you are anymore, Devin.
Never had one. And then Charlie. Not have I.
Oh my God. No.
How are you?
So to me, if you're ordering,
can we take a break?
Oh, you never had one. Okay. I just go ahead, Tim.
So a s'more is a little different.
Well, we're going to this again.
But if you're ordering a Big Mac, it's 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. I know it. I know the rap. I got it. I don't like the special sauce and I don't like pickles. And I don't want to order, can I get the Big Mac with no special sauce and no pickles, please? I might as well order a double quarter pounder, which is what I do.
And
it's too much bread. Why is there 9,000 pieces of bread in a Big Mac?
You can pull the extra piece of bread out.
Or they could just not put it in there.
I mean,
let's go back to your substitutions. Their pickles are trash at McDonald's.
The pickles that could be forgivable. If you want to get rid of the pickles.
But I don't like pickles at all.
But their pickles are bad. I think we can agree on that. They don't have good pickles.
No, but I love the pickles on McRib.
I will fling those sons of bitches right out of a car window.
Well, you're feeding the birds, so you're doing good.
Birds don't like their pickles.
Yeah, birds are like McDonald's pickles. I'd rather fly into a window and end it.
Well, the
but
Bears might eat.
So if you don't like the special sauce,
right? If you don't like the special sauce, don't get a Big Mac.
Right? Don't get a Big Mac. Well, you are doing it right.
I don't want to like order it without the sauce. Like that's stupid.
I mean, I have ordered it with extra special sauce, and that is a sloppy, delicious.
I will get it, and I will also get a cup of special sauce and dunking my fries in it sometimes.
So
that is delicious.
Can I give you guys an extra fat kid idea though for you guys?
We always love them.
Absolutely.
Fat. So if you want the taste of the Big Mac without having the Big Mac, you can order McDoubles with Big Mac sauce.
Sure.
Oh, I never would and would never.
Yeah, so you can add Big Mac sauce to any burger.
Chick-fil-A has the best pickles. Anybody want to?
So
I mean, they're good pickles.
This is going to sound hypocritical.
The Lord's
this is going to sound hypocritical. I don't like pickles, period. But the Chick-fil-A sandwich tastes better with the pickle juice.
Right,
so
we've had this discussion before.
If they had a squirt bottle next to where they fashion the stuff, and I could order pickle juice on the sandwich, and they just
do that,
spit, or flick it on my sandwiches for flavor, like Hannibal Buress.
I mean, if you ask them for pickle juice, they will probably spit on your.
I'm pretty sure they would and say it was my pleasure, but also
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. They literally ask, "How can they serve you?" So, like, if you wanted,
it's not spit; it's holy water that they're
right.
Now let's get back to the two folks that are commenting so bravely that they've never had a Big Mac.
Yeah,
how do you not? Do you just not eat at McDonald's?
Devin doesn't. Apparently, Devin doesn't like Tim.
Good. I don't like him either. He cheated. He's a cheater.
But now, okay,
cheater
cheats.
What do you think about somebody who takes a Big Mac and also puts ketchup on a Big Mac?
I put ketchup on a Big Mac every time I eat it.
That's fine because that's an addition.
You don't like ketchup. I get it, but between the top bun and burger, there needs to be something, and there isn't ever.
You put the special sauce there.
The special sauce is put on there by the person making it. It's not my job to make the sandwich.
Get an extra special sauce.
They put it right where it belongs, below that burger.
And I like a messy.
There's nothing between top bun and burger, man.
I know two people
between the buns.
I know two people who put ketchup on a Big Mac. One of them is in this room, and one of them is in the upstairs of my house. Two of the most important people in my life.
And would you dare tell her she's wrong?
No.
He would too.
Would never do that. Why would I ever do something so crazy? Never.
The next time I see your lovely wife, I'm going to tell her what you say about Walter.
People can sleep on the couch.
I got a comfy couch, man. I'm never afraid to sleep on there. Recliner too. Things comfy as hell. So Devin says it just. It's like the bat signal in my house.
He just comes running down the stairs out of the studio.
Where's he at?
Jim's couch.
Devin says seems like a messy burger.
See buttons flying.
So it's like every burger from a fast food joint because nobody.
Devin, you're a messy eater, probably. What does the burger matter?
I'm a messy eater. I love messy burgers.
Take that club of a penis you have and smash it down into size, and then just eat it.
One bite to rule them all.
Like a baby bird.
I just don't like Big Macs at all.
Oof, bold.
Yeah.
Bold.
So what would you normally order? I mean, just
So if I'm going to
the double quarter
McDonald's,
pounder.
no, I don't even do that.
Tim's been stocking up on the Saweetie meals.
So let's go around the room then. So you're going to
Oh,
McDonald's.
this is how it started. The damn sweetie meal.
Yeah.
You're going to McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
What is your go-to? Tim, we'll start with you.
If I'm feeling really frisky, I'm getting 2 plain McDoubles,
Okay.
a medium fry, a large Coke with no ice, and a vanilla cone.
All right. Matt, how about you? I guess you're
Filet
doing
of fish meal.
right? That was easy. Ryan, we'll go.
What did you say, Matt?
Filet of fish meal.
Oh, filet of fish is really solid.
I do like it.
I do like a filet of fish. I will not eat. I will not eat fish at any other establishment, but a filet of fish.
When it's Lent season, Arby's has a great.
Arby's does,
so
yeah.
good.
Really?
The BK Big Fish isn't bad either, honestly.
That's I always enjoyed a BK Big Fish. But Ryan, what's your go?
It just seems risky at a Burger King to eat fish. I feel. I don't know.
Oh,
Ryan,
I knew a guy that used to work at a Burger King, and I wouldn't trust him making a fish sandwich.
That's fair.
I'm just saying.
That's a fair statement.
Like undercooked cod just doesn't do it for me.
Let's be fair. It's not real fish, probably.
That's also true.
Ryan, what's your and your Impossible Whopper is probably just a regular Whopper. Ryan, what's your go-to at McDonald's?
Oh, it's real easy. Number 1, medium fry, large Coke, hot fudge sundae. It's 11:14 out the door.
They don't serve. You can't even get the peanut packet anymore.
I don't know.
At
So wait,
McDonald's.
because prior to the show, Ryan was like, "That damn Saweetie meal is $12, but your go-to meal is 11 and change."
And you don't even get nuggies. You don't even get nuggies with that, Ryan.
Let me see. Look, honest to God.
I'll say, how many McDonald's receipts do you have in your wallet?
This is no. Today I got the crispy chicken. Never mind.
Devin says the 2 cheeseburger meal, large fry, root beer, or 10-piece nugget, barbecue sauce, and sweet and sour.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Yeah, I love that sweet and sour. Mark, what's your go-to at McDonald's?
Well, I'll tell you what. I couldn't tell you last time I was at McDonald's, but I used to go to the one in Lebanon. I worked out that way. I go there frequently, and I would get the McDouble, and I always would fill out the survey at the end, and I put down how they needed to put a McDonald Playland there on every survey, and then I would start naming some of the employees there and how it'd be great, like having Carlos pushing Kelsey's sister on the swings, the Fry Guy swings, or having Monica in the Grimace bounce house and stuff like that. And it never got built, so I'm a little disappointed.
Hasn't gone back since.
I
Unbelievable.
haven't gone back since. I haven't been there since Kelsey's sister moved on to Mechanicsburg.
Today at work I had a hankering for the snack wrap with the chicken tender with the ranch.
Good.
Oh, those snack wraps. And that's what ended me up at McDonald's getting their chicken sandwich today. But
They,
a snack wrap,
They did a Mac snack wrap
delicious.
for a while, which was fantastic. So it was a burger cut in half, stuffed in there, lettuce,
good.
pickle, onion, and some of the sauce and cheese. Yes, Tim.
Can we all agree that the worst menu item at McDonald's is the GD breakfast burrito?
No, it's the apple pies.
The breakfast burrito is fantastic. What are you talking about?
Okay, those breakfast burritos are dumb expensive for what they. How's my fate? What the hell?
Dude, I love breakfast burritos from McDonald's.
I will get anything but the breakfast burrito because they're not filling, but I will definitely.
Also, they will blow out your asshole.
My favorite story. My favorite story of that is one day we had a potluck at our office and everybody made hot and fresh breakfast stuff. And our supervisor showed up with a bag full of 30 McDonald's breakfast
I love
burritos.
that.
And I was like, it's a potluck. Why are you?
He made a run to McDonald's.
Absolutely.
No.
I brought a
Why
suitcase
not?
of tacos to watch a pay-per-view once.
Yeah.
That's different.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
It's a potluck. Potluck, you're supposed to make stuff.
I don't think that's the rules of potluck. I think you're just supposed to bring stuff.
yeah, he
I think
brought.
you're supposed to make it.
Maybe was his last name McDonald.
We'll have to look at the.
It was Perez Arnold.
Okay, that doesn't add up.
Not to be confused with Arnold.
Charlie
Not
says
Arnold.
quarter pounder, no onion. Oh, dude, you lost me there. Medium fry, medium Dr. Pepper.
No onions, fine.
He says the fillet of fish is the biggest piece of trash on
Oof.
the McDonald's menu. His wife, D Nice, says the hash browns
Are the
couldn't tell you-
worst?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't think they're the
I
worst.
don't care for their hash browns very
I
much.
couldn't
They're
tell you
cooked.
the last time I ate a hash browns at McDonald's because
there's
usually I'm
anything wrong
getting.
with them.
My
Yeah.
problem is it's not a hash. Like to me, I can't call hash browns like the one big
It's a potato patty.
stretched out coin.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a cake.
The best breakfast hash browns is Burger King. The
Oh,
coin,
them
the
little
cranes.
Little coin ones.
I miss when they serve
They're
the
creams.
cheesy tots with breakfast.
Wendy's Tatey Nuggets are delicious.
They are delicious.
Sonic had really good breakfast burritos when we were talking about burritos.
I'm gonna give Sonic another chance.
I'm
now.
not a breakfast burrito. I don't know.
Yo,
Dude,
Sonic burritos.
that ultimate burrito at Burger King. I think Ryan, you told me about that. Real good.
That little
Real
spicy
good.
cheesy sauce they put on there.
That stuff's good. But my go-to to McDonald's, if I'm really going for what I want, is quarter pounder with cheese, extra onions, because I love the big ass onions. Medium fry and a Coca-Cola because they have the best Coca-Cola.
That's true.
You have the best Coke. Well, have you had Mexican Coke though? That's pretty good too.
Yes, with the real sugar. Delicious.
Delicious.
He was talking about something
never
else.
mind. Yeah, never mind.
I was trying
That's Colombian Coke.
I was trying to keep it above board, but well, there we go. Let's.
We can talk about Saweetie again if you want.
Still not sure who that is.
Let's not. Let's do this though. Real quick, one birthday today. The late great Tracy Smothers was born today, 1962. Then we go back to 1972. The WWF runs at Madison Square Garden, New York City, headlined by the world champion Pedro Morales defeating Ernie Ladd and Bruno Sammartino defeating George the Animal Steele. After Bruno's win, the final match of the evening, it was announced that Sammartino would face Morales. A battle between the two top babyfaces in the company would take place at Shea Stadium on September 30th. This was WWF's first ever stadium show. Over 22,000 fans would attend the event, with Sammartino and Morales ending in a draw.
Oh, my.
Nope, wrong one.
It was a draw. Oh my!
That's a happy accident. During an edition of Monday Night Raw, Eric Bischoff creates a new world heavyweight title and awards it to Triple H. WWE champion Brock Lesnar had been signed exclusively to SmackDown by Stephanie McMahon, so a new title was needed for the Raw brand. The championship was a recreation of the big gold belt that had been identified with WCW and the NWA.
Oh, my.
2008, during a conference call with MMA media, UFC announced they had come to terms with MMA legend, UFC heavyweight champion Randy Couture to return to the flagship MMA promotion. Couture had been at odds with UFC over contractual issues since late 2007. His first opponent was announced to be former WWE champion Brock Lesnar. The fight would take place November the 15th in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Arena. Couture's UFC heavyweight championship was on the line. Lesnar won the fight via TKO when it took place.
Oh, my.
Those were the events that occurred. September the 2nd in pro wrestling history. And let's roll right into this one.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, we have week number 21 in the in the year. See, Charlie here says, speaking of tacos, anyone been to the new Taco Bell? Yes, I have, multiple times. I discovered their breakfast salsa, which is just delicious on the Taco Bell breakfast. And Charlie says that that belt is another one that lives in the Con Radisson. I feel like there's most wrestling titles, like once they leave TV, they just live in the Con Radisson.
Did he ever get that one belt from Tony Schiavone's attic?
That's gonna
that NWA 6-man.
Charlie's gonna have to answer that for sure.
Tony, last I heard, Tony gave it to a baseball player years ago, and he thinks they still have it.
Unreal. Is there anybody that wants to start us off for the wrestler of the week? Tim, go ahead.
I can go. So I'm going to go 1 to 3 because my 3 to me is more important than my 1. So number 1 is NWA World Champion Trevor Murdoch, successfully winning the title at the Chase over the weekend from Nick Aldis. 2 and 3 are very important. Number 2, I'm sure you all have seen the Black Wrestling's top 500 that went out in kind of reaction to, or not reaction, but in response to the PWI 500. But it's the top. It's not even the top 500 because to say it's a ranking it's more for awareness of literally the talented people of color that wrestle. And Trish Adora is atop that list for 2021. But number 3 on my list, but number 1 in my heart is the Boar, who was omitted from the list last year. And this year, coming in at number 99, my best friend in the entire effing world. Couldn't be more proud of him. 99 this year, single digits next year. Single digits next year with single digit bump card. I'm ready for no bump Boar to skyrocket to the top of the list next year. So check it out if you haven't seen it. It's Black Wrestling's the top 500 for that. And there's a lot of very talented people on that list. Boar sits between Mia Yim and Leon Ruff.
Wow.
Good place to be. You know, if the board didn't make the list, there could be a war.
There would be a war. 2 years in a row. How dare you?
Anybody like to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. We'll
Go
jump
ahead.
all over the board. Trevor Murdoch, obviously number 1. And our NWA was 73, knocking off the long reign of Nick Aldis. I'm going to jump to number 3 and do them in different order than Tim did. La Rebellion, also NWA 73. That's the old Mecha Wolf and Bestia 666. They defeated JR Kratos and Aaron Stevens. They are your new NWA Tag Team Champions. And number 2, CM Punk, the guy right there next to Mark. Right below Big Jim. Other side, Mark. There it is. What a special moment on Dynamite. What a promo. Sharing the ring with Sting. It's one of those moments where I watched it and I smiled, and it reminded me why I'm a professional wrestling fan. It was just a fun moment. And really, what a great spot for Darby Allin to be in. The first to be wrestling CM Punk, flanked by Sting every single week. Kudos to Sting for doing a great job, what I think a legend should do. But the CM Punk promo was electric. We saw him get physical. I cannot wait for this weekend and All Out. I am so hooked, so ready for that match. CM Punk, number 2 on my list.
Yeah, obviously.
Number 1A in my heart. I will also put Boar in my heart as well. Congratulations to Boar. To the moon.
obviously, our all-out predictions will be coming up on the other side of the break here in just a little bit.
We're doing that tonight. Oh, fucking.
Yep, we sure are,
Yep.
Ryan.
Didn't get the run sheet.
Yes, you sure did. Anybody else? It will start coming on Wednesday nights now for sure because I have to be an adult now. Matt, Mark, either guys you want to go? You want me to go?
I will go.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
Just because I've really enjoyed Empower. All of my picks came from there. So number one, and because I like to make sure that we get some Impact representation on the list every week. Number one was Deonna Purrazzo for her title defense. I thought that was one of the matches of the night, followed closely by Camille with her title win. Fantastic match as well. And number three, the Hex for picking up the tag titles for NWA's women's division. A fantastic card for the most part. One or two matches that probably could have been left off, but an awesome event overall. Awesome to see women's wrestling kind of get the shine it deserves.
Intern Mark, you want to go?
All right, I'll go ahead and go. So number three, I'll start at 3 and work my way up to 1. I have that Indiana Hartwell. She, I really like what she's doing on that NXT. I'm telling you, I like the storyline. I think she's a very good wrestler. We're only beginning. She's only getting started. We're just starting to see how good Indy is going to be. Number 2, I have that CM Punk, not to be confused with CM Runk, who I used to work with. CM Punk. I worked with Charlie Murphy Runk. He was CM Runk, not CM Punk. He works now at the Walmart now. But CM, it's a true story.
Oh, I fucking believe it.
CM Punk, I'll tell you what, just the excitement he's generated the last few weeks without even having a single match, it's unreal what he's doing for AEW, just the wrestling business. So he deserves the number 2 spot for me. And then number 1, I mean, he's getting pretty old, but he won his first world title that I know of is Dick Murdoch. Finally got the gold NWA title. Go get him, Dick. I'm proud of you. I never thought I'd see the day. It's his son, Trevor. I'm sorry, Trevor Murdoch. But still, to see a Murdoch with the NWA gold, baby, that's really saying something. Dusty Rhodes is smiling down.
My number 2 is Camille, still the NWA Women's Champion, 2 title defenses this past weekend. My number 3, with a great title defense and a triple threat and getting the pin over Drew McIntyre on Monday Night Raw this week, is the Archer of the Infirmary, I think is what Tim calls him, Damian Priest. And my number 1, like everyone else, almost everyone else here has said, new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Trevor Murdoch, or Dick Murdoch, I guess, whoever the fuck that is.
You don't know Dick Murdoch.
Show some respect to Dim Murdoch, man.
How could you?
Trevor Murdoch.
Tricky Dick Murdoch.
I'm sorry, I upset Mark. Is my number 1 this week. So Tim, where does that leave us for the week and for the year?
So for the week, Trevor Murdoch takes first place honors, getting 4 out of the top 5 point opportunities. Next up, it's second is a tie between NWA Women's Champion Camille and Mr. CM Punk. Deonna Purrazzo at 3rd for the week, and Trisha Dora at 4th. Now, for the year, the standings are for sure getting shaken up. CM Punk has already jumped into 4th place, tied with Malachi Black. Also, you'll see that Camille has made her way into the 6th spot, and Deanna Purrazzo has broken into the top 10. Ooh. So lots and lots of change on the horizon. A lot of people surging here towards the second half of the year at large. Remember, all first place votes give you 10 points, second 7, third 4, and fourth place 1 point towards your year end totals.
All right, circling back here. Charlie says that's another belt that lives. Oh no, that 6-man belt lives in San Diego with the Padres. And he has Priest 1, Trevor 2, Cardona 3 for the badass spinner belt. My God, how good is Matt Cardona? It is such a funny world. And he says, anyone else kind of over Punk? No.
Nope.
No, not in the fucking
No,
slightest.
not yet.
Oh my God, not in the slightest.
Real quick, let's play.
From
How
the
old
Punkin
is
season.
Trevor Murdoch?
37.
That's the wrong side of 30.
41.
43.
43.
I'm going to say 38.
Matt
fucking Price is righted me.
He did, and Tim won. Trevor Murdoch is 40 years old. Jim, you overbid.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Then Jim, you won.
Let's see. Devin, we will get to this question right after we take our break. Mike said he is just sitting here with his money in the bank, just waiting. Oh man, I love it. I love it. AJ Styles 44, Devin 48.
Devin's 48.
Devin is 48. All right, let's
Growing up.
we're gonna close out the wrestler of the week. We will go right into our break, and on the other side, we will cover our question of the week, all out preview, and much more. So stick with us here on 3 Count Thursday Live.
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook, SC Sports. We never stop.
Are you looking for a place to listen to your favorite music and sports? Look no further. WLSN, the Lieb Sports and Music Network, is a web-based music and sports network. Our network was created to provide authentic, high-energy entertainment through live streaming to a national audience. We play popular music while hosting podcasts from all over the world. Curious? Check us out on the web at liebsports.com. That's LEEIB sports.com. Or find us on the TuneIn Radio app. Got Alexa? Just say, Alexa, play WLSN on TuneIn. WLSN is America's #1 blog-themed sports and music network.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Week on Thursday, September 2nd, 2021. We're glad to be with you. If you're following along with us in the live video, interact with us, and we will answer questions, give thoughts, all of that. Make sure you give it a like and a share as well. Get as many people in here as possible as we look ahead to this weekend. But before we do that, Devin did have a question. Well, we'll get to our question of the week here in just a second. Let me find the question from Devin. He says, do you guys believe the rumors there could be a second NXT big name releases? Sure. I feel like at this point, I mean, as we've unfortunately seen over the past couple of months, year and a half, WWE releases could happen at any time. I will always kind of be careful by depending on where the source is coming from, saying that releases are coming or possible, or they've heard about releases. Like, I never want to speculate obviously on somebody's job or future, but unfortunately, I with just the nature of that company and what we've seen over the past couple of months, especially, I feel like unfortunately any day you could wake up and hear about releases. So I don't know if anybody else wants to answer Devin's question.
And is this beyond the Adam Cole speculation? Is that what he's referring to? That someone else besides Adam Cole?
Yeah, I think I saw today that there was like a Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio where something said something along the lines of like he's heard there could be more releases within NXT.
Yep.
So,
yes.
Unfortunately, especially now that there's confirmation that NXT is now going to be produced by Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, anything is possible.
Mark,
I second that. I'm just watching what Mark's doing.
Mark, what exactly you got going on over there?
Well, my loving daughter just got home and she just got her hair done. I was waving at her.
Oh,
Give her my approval.
Tell her it looks real nice.
She looks great. She's going to the big, what's the name of that festival in Philly?
They have that new McDonald's special there, right?
There? Oh, that Sweetie won't be there.
The Sweetie Festival.
She's not going to be there.
They're going to have Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's going to be there. And Doja Cat.
Who's Cat?
And Young Gravy. No, Young Gravy will not be.
No idea who that is.
Will you stop?
Charlie says he doesn't believe anything Meltzer says. MFer makes up more stories than Vince Russo. Not wrong there. Mike says Ciampa, Gargano, either of them on the cutting block.
I think anybody is. If Vince looks at you and thinks, "Oh, you're too fill in the adjective," then yeah, you're on the cutting block. It could be small this week. It could be you're too not muscly enough. You're too tall. It could be anything.
You're too not muscly enough.
Oh
not
my God.
muscly enough.
Please tell me that's real.
Just too not muscly enough.
Did you see the latest developmental signees?
No.
They're Usos, right?
One of them is.
I don't know, but somebody edited the Young Bucks Wikipedia and it says the Young Schmucks. So I'm super fucking giggly about that.
Of course you did, Big Jim.
I don't edit.
Jim, how long are you going to allow the Young Bucks to work you?
What do you mean? I didn't do that. I'm just happy somebody did.
I feel like you stopped our podcast to show that somebody changed them to the Young
during
Schmuck.
the break too.
No, it's because at
that
Joey,
break did seem a little bit longer than normal, Jim.
It's the same as it is every week. At Joey
I'll
Image,
have to time it.
At Joey Image TV tweeted it out. So, and I just retweeted it. That's where I saw it. Wasn't me. You can go to Wikipedia and see who edits pages.
Can you really?
Definitely not on.
Can
me.
you really?
Yeah, I think you can.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I had a buddy that used to Let's see. Mike says I still think they need a few vets to let rookies get over with. Gargano might just get destroyed by all the big guys. Yeah, I think they will still retain some names. Devin says it happens. I think O'Reilly might be one of them. What?
O'Reilly. Auto Parts.
Jim, if you happen to drop a hammer on your toe, what do you say?
So what happens if you're walking barefoot through the living room and Mrs. Big Jim left the jacks out on the floor? What do you say?
What
do you
does
say?
Mrs. Big Jim say when Walter's music hits?
Oh my.
What does Big Jim say when he's cosplaying as Walter and his little Jim gets caught up in the rainbow?
Why am I coming?
Little Jim.
Little Jim.
Little Jimmy.
That's why Jim doesn't wear pants with zippers.
Exactly. You get it caught in there if you don't
Can't
wear.
get little Jimmy stuck in gym shorts.
Oh, because his name is Jim and they're his shorts.
You got it.
Little Jim shorts.
Let's see.
I do not want to
Jim
think
shorts.
of Big Jim and Little Jim shorts.
Yeah, but you're thinking about it. Let's see, Charles. They cut Chelsea and Deanna, but Nia's still there, dragging down the entire women's
Yeah, she's
division.
dragging her down. Come on now.
Plus,
I
isn't
think
Nia's
joke about her
related to the protected family, right?
Yeah, she's not going anywhere, folks. Jim? What do you say? You get hit with a Walter chop. All right, let's do this though. The 3 count question of the week. This week, if you could choose any superstar, any WWE superstar, past or present, to have an injury-free career, who would you choose? Does anybody want to start us off? Matt, go ahead.
I actually rethought this answer because I gave a fake answer before to throw Ryan off the track. My real answer. What's up now?
Unreal.
But
oh,
thank you.
No problem.
My answer is Draws.
God,
just because I don't want to see that happen to anyone.
Are you fucking kidding? I'm thinking I will put, honest to God, I don't know if you can read it. Where am I at? Injury. Draws.
Yep, there it is.
I'm like, no one's going to guess it. I'm safe to go last.
Well,
Fucking
to be fair, Mario
Mario
in the Facebook comments said Draws, and
well, Mario said literally every wrestler.
Literally every other superstar that's ever wrestled.
A wrestler that stubbed their toe on the entry ramp was listed by Mario.
Smokey, you can still pick Rey Mysterio for that eye injury that he suffered at the hands.
Ooh, that's fair. That's fair.
Can I ask a somewhat like morbid question?
We'll allow it, Jim.
Death is not an injury.
Death is okay. Death is not an injury. Okay, so then I have a backup.
You can't come back from death. You can come back.
Like,
well,
as the person who said that they would want to be in the room when Owen Hart may or may not have fallen to their doom.
I forgot about that.
And all of us were like, wait, what?
I'm the weirdo because I want to be there.
Okay. Because Owen Hart would have
I can't believe you fucking said Draws. I am so pissed. I looked up that his injury was in 1999. He was ranked 142 in the PWI that year. I'm so pissed off, Matt. God damn it.
Well, that's why you don't ask those questions pre-show.
Do research and have a question answered.
Well, you should have volunteered first, Ryan.
Should have, yeah.
So okay, if that's not an acceptable answer, then my answer would be the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. I feel like at the time of the back injury, what could have that version of DX still done if he doesn't get hurt. Unfortunately, the scary side of it is what happens to Shawn Michaels if he doesn't get hurt and keeps down that road. But I will still go with Shawn Michaels not getting hurt and seeing what continues with the Attitude Era and the Wars.
So I have to be honest.
Okay.
You had the opportunity to take the most Big Jim answer in the history of Big Jim answers.
I did.
And instead you took his arch rival.
I can't believe it.
Like, fuck Bret Hart coming back from getting brained by Goldberg. I want to see what Shawn Michaels would do if he didn't break his back from that weird bump on the casket.
Well, no, because Jim's answer is actually a lot darker because he wants Shawn Michaels to remain healthy and go down the drug-fueled path he was on and just be eliminated completely so that Bret Hart is the clear number one when people ask.
So that way he couldn't pick Shawn to be coming back because death is not an injury.
You figured it out. Well, no, I didn't want to get shit for giving the obvious Big Jim answer, but also that injury happened in WCW.
that makes sense. And that's very on brand.
Jim wasn't watching. He wasn't watching.
Oh, I was watching. Don't worry, I was watching. But
how many times did you count the teeth click when Goldberg kicked him in the head?
I don't want to talk about
it. Hell yeah.
That's right. Ryan, are you still thinking? You're still thinking.
You know what? No, I could also take the easy one and say Bret Hart's injury in WCW, but I won't do that because it doesn't belong on this list. It's fine the way it played out. I will. I will pick. The Hart family adjacent character, the British Bulldog, getting slammed on that trap door, ending his career in WCW.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I will pick.
It's a good answer, Ryan.
I like that answer. I like that answer a lot.
And definitely not draws. I met draws at like an amusement park in New Jersey on the boardwalk in Ocean City.
Did you ask him for a ride?
Years ago. It was. Oh, God damn it. I can't. I fucking did it.
What? Did I miss something?
Nope.
Or is he still laughing at the ride?
Yeah. Man. You know, sometimes they're just really easy. Man,
I'm fucking crying.
I say it with all love in my heart. I really do.
He is a very cool dude. He goes to the Icon shows a lot.
So he would have given you a ride.
He probably would.
Hop on.
Hop on, Smokey.
Have you seen? You saw the tank tires he has on that thing. You'd be fine.
That thing is intense.
No. Oh no. I was a wee little boy. That was pre-injury. It was pre-injury. It was with
darn.
With the it was the headbang darn. It was the headbangers and draws. All that ruckus woke up your poor dog behind you, Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Can we take another break?
Tim, you didn't go yet, did you?
I did not go yet.
Tim, you want to go?
I don't want to hear the answer.
I would take the easy road and I would choose draws, but that turned out the way it should have.
Nope.
If
I'm
not,
kidding.
If
I'm
not for
totally
that injury,
no.
then Ryan wouldn't have gotten that ride on the boardwalk.
Exactly. No.
You know how much a tram costs?
What the hell is even that?
So
You're a bad person.
tragedy plus time equals comedy, man. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my two answers. I'm going to take Ravishing Rick Rude, who broke his back in Japan during the height of his WCW run, and never came back from it. I mean, he did appear, but just imagine like if Rick Rude would have stayed healthy, he would have had many more world title runs. He would have been in WCW. Imagine Rick Rude, height of his powers, when Hulk Hogan makes the jump to WCW in late 94, mid to late 94. Like it's insanity. So Rick Rude is my first choice. I have a second choice, but I'll wait for intern Mark to give his.
Now, I have a question on injury. Would a pregnancy be considered an injury, even though it's not necessarily an injury?
No. I'm going to speak up and say no.
Did the pregnancy end their career?
No, not necessarily, but with one company it did, but not entirely.
I know who he's going to pick, and I think I'm going to allow it.
Well, it can't get any worse than where we were 2 minutes ago. So
yeah,
go
Mark,
ahead.
you're often not the bad guy on this show. Go ahead.
It's a really good answer.
I think it's a great answer. I thought this one through. I think.
Wait.
Women's wrestling.
Can I guess it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is
Smokey.
it Shane McMahon's wife?
Oh my fucking god!
The best in the world.
I like you, Ryan. I like you a lot.
Shane McMahon!
And that's why I stole draws from you.
That's fair.
I'll be darned.
No, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. It's very good.
Yeah, it was not Shane McMahon's wife. I'm sorry. But I think if she stuck around, that the women's division in WWE would be completely different, and perhaps we would have saw the first women's War Games match before we did.
War Games! War Games! War Games! War Games!
Mark, say your answer before your internet cuts out.
I know it's 9:23. It's time for it to cut out. I was thinking I was going to go with Karma or Awesome Kong.
Okay.
Karma. She came in at a time when WWE was all the women's division was all the divas, and I remember her the promo she did where she had the Barbie dolls and pulling the heads off them, and I don't know if she even had one match in, or maybe just one match before she had to step away due to pregnancy.
All right.
That's a real good answer.
Yeah. Well thought out.
Yeah. I really thought about this one today. I had a long drive today, and I sat there and I thought about it.
No, Jim, again, can you repeat what the question is? The actual question of the week.
If you could choose any WWE superstar, past or present, to have an injury-free career, who would you choose?
Oh, okay. I thought that was if you could change an injury in somebody. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of the same.
Yes and no.
Yeah, not really, because I could say Natty and wanted to add one, but I wasn't. So it's not the same. I'm just.
Charlie says Austin 1, Pillman 2 for his. He said a healthy Pillman in WWF due to it had so many matches.
Oh, that was incredible.
Mike says Ciampa just because he was going so over with the NXT title when he got hurt. Solid. Yeah, it's a good answer.
I wish we had a Ciampa soundbite. I feel like we've named him 2 or 3 times and haven't heard it.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. I should probably have one of those.
Tomato chips.
Oh, we have one.
We do have
We know. I'll be darned.
How about that?
I'm done with you.
Did anybody have any other thoughts? Anybody that was kind of on their short list of people? Intern Mark.
I had everybody went. Is that right?
Yes, we all gave our official answers.
Do anybody's? If Karma was not allowed, I was going to go with Kurt Angle. I think he would have had one heck of a career. Well, he did regardless, but I can't imagine what it would have been like injury free.
Yeah, I think that's a solid answer. I was going to give the one that Charlie just added to the list, and that's Paige. I mean, she was really not necessarily the early part of her wrestling career, but really early in what could have been a long WWE career, and injuries definitely sidelined that.
If we're talking about WWE careers in length, you'd have to look at Sting and Seth Rollins and his carelessness, and really cut that run short.
Okay, Frank.
Career down.
I mean, Sting had a bad back going into the WWE, though, right? Like that, or was it his legs?
I'm not sure.
I think wasn't Sting in his mid-50s when he went to WWE.
Sure, his back wasn't great carrying WCW for all those years.
The other answer that I had was Kerry Von Erich with the motorcycle accident. Yep. Motorcycle accident. He loses his foot, finishes his WWE career with a wooden foot or a fake foot. And because of that, he develops his addiction and eventually takes his own life. Like, imagine how much different Kerry Von Erich would have been had that not happened, had he stayed healthy. He would have definitely been a person that Vince McMahon could have called on, much like he did with Warrior before, what he did with Hogan. Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, would have been an excellent, excellent choice.
Now, Tim, did you say he lost his foot in a motorcycle accident?
I think that's what it was.
I thought it was. I thought he got injured during the Texas Tornado.
No, he wasn't named ironically because of a tornado.
All right, that must have been a motorcycle accident.
Sid's broken leg.
Sid, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a tough one to watch. That was rough.
Ooh.
That one's no good.
So bad.
That one's no good.
I referenced a list of like top 10, and somebody had the Hardcore Holly one as well. The neck injury with from Brock's F5. I think he had said like it was nobody's fault. It was just a bad bump, but
didn't Holly broke his
I don't think he was at height of power or anything.
Devin says Edge and Daniel Bryan. I mean, yeah, without a doubt. I mean,
both great.
Edge, world title win. Daniel Bryan, right off WrestleMania, and was gone for practically a year.
AJ Lee.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Real good.
Let's say what if CM Punk never hurt his elbow? Would he have ever left the WWE, and could that have changed the trajectory
or the
of the graphic we see before us?
The staph infection. If he doesn't get the staph infection,
right?
Yeah,
maybe.
Certainly.
Perhaps.
Now, what about you got Christopher Nowinski and his concussion?
Ooh. I think I saw that one, not from Mario on the comments. On
do you want to read Mario's list of everybody that's ever gotten injured?
No, this is only a 14-hour show. We don't have time.
Mario.
Charlie also had Tim's point about Rude. Also, a healthy Perfect. Mr. Perfect would have been without the back
He should
injuries.
have
Obviously,
He should have been in perfect health.
if he would have been, it could have been pretty impressive. Mike says
Red
Ryback
Rooster?
when he was in Nexus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Skip.
Then we would have had
Sheffield or-
a lot more Ryback, and then
Sheffield.
and then
Maybe
we all
we would have never had Ryback.
ah
We would have
Maybe
had
might not.
Skip.
We may have Skip Cornfield.
I hate this show sometimes. Any others before we move to the obviously the big topic of the week, the weekend that we look forward to.
What about Andre the Giant stayed in good health? That's not really an injury, but his
Yeah, I mean,
medical
I think
condition-
if he wouldn't have had his health condition, he wouldn't have been Andre the Giant. Or if he would have, or if he
That's true.
if Mark Hen or yeah, Mark Hen if Andre the Giant would have been in a different era, because I mean, doesn't the Big Show have the same condition that Andre the Giant had, and they were able to, was it like they removed the like pituitary gland or something?
Yeah,
some
yeah,
gland?
he had something removed that stopped it from him to keep
Yeah,
growing
so-
ultimately.
So if Andre was around in a different era, then he may have lived longer, may still be with us. So I mean,
They have the Andre the Giant show on Netflix.
they might. Ryan, you still bummed they
Big Show
canceled that?
No, not at all. Unbummed that they renewed Manifest.
Yes, I'm so happy I can finally get that resolution.
The Manifest,
Charlie
that's the show
says,
with the airplane.
Kennedy.
Hated that.
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
All right,
That was
let's
a
look
shame.
ahead. Obviously, this Sunday night
Anderson
from the Now Arena in
Miller.
State, Illinois.
What is
AEW.
it? Now that's what I call arena.
Yeah, something like that. AEW All Out on pay-per-view. Before we get to the actual predictions, this was something that the guys on Take 3 talked about last week. It was like just the like I don't necessarily feel like the build to this show, and I know Ryan, you and I discussed this on a Wally World venture last week. What do you guys think about the build to this show?
What did the other show say?
You can listen to them.
I want to get your frame of reference for bringing. Is it another podcast said some negative stuff about AEW? So I thought I'd bring it up on our show.
No, because I actually had some similar thoughts, and they just voiced them.
Did they take 3?
They took 3, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they should take a knee.
But what are your guys' thoughts on the build to All Out?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's been fine.
I think
I'm
every
waiting for
match
the
has had
tagline
a
of the
solid
show.
build, except the Mox match. Like we haven't seen interaction in an AEW. Other than that, that's the only one I can think of that hasn't really.
But that match sells itself because it's Satoshi Kojima.
Correct.
Like
Right.
it's
Yeah, it doesn't
Kojima.
really need
Yeah.
the build.
It's like, okay, so that to say that build is bad is to say that the build for Tyler Breeze and Jushin Thunder Liger was bad. Like back during the Takeover Brooklyn.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying that's the only match that hasn't had like interaction
proper-
building
Yeah.
up like you would normally see.
Right.
I mean,
But I'm very excited that the leader of Bread Club, Satoshi Kojima, is about to come and be Japanese wrestle dad, all on John Moxley, North American wrestle dad.
So
I'm ready.
he is coming for John Moxley?
Maybe. I don't know if he's officially coming.
He was invited to come.
Yeah, he was.
He was invited to come.
What the? Is that a picture of Alice? Why do you?
Yeah, she's thinking about Sam's meat.
Mike asked the question about Statlander and Britt Baker. I would say they had a decent build. Not everything has to be great.
And their build, quote unquote, is that she made it to the top of the rankings, right?
Right.
Okay. So how did we get the tag team title match? We had a tournament, right?
Yeah, we had a 4-person tournament.
So why do we have tag team rankings?
Because they've run through the rankings for the most part.
Okay.
Ooh, that for the most part doesn't fit real well with the argument.
Okay, well,
I hear ya, but
who are the top rated tag teams right now?
I don't know.
Tell you.
Um,
Shouldn't matter.
I mean, I hope it's the Lucha Brothers as the number one.
I mean, what should happen, Jim, and you're right, is they should probably put the Young Bucks out there, and then a new tag team returning should come out and just challenge them, and they should accept and lose the match in like 6 seconds.
Well, why would they do that?
I don't know why they would do that.
Wins and losses matter, and we have rankings in AEW. So why would that wouldn't make sense?
I don't know why that would matter. I don't know why that's what they could do. God dang it!
Oh, then Mark's gone. There we go.
Oh, bye, Mark.
Luckily, we have a backup.
I don't necessarily think the build has been bad. I think my issue with the card, or at least some aspects of the card, is we have 2 matches that we literally just saw within the last month on.
Well, we didn't.
We did, though.
We did not see an AEW championship match between Kenny Omega and Christian Cage.
Semantics, Ryan.
We didn't, though.
Right, but we saw Christian Cage and Kenny Omega in a title match on free TV. Yes, it wasn't the AEW World title. You're right.
But what is the match on this show? All Out. What is that one?
Yes, this is the AEW World title.
I want this to be remembered when Big Jim praises Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns on Extreme Rules after we get it for free TV literally tomorrow.
Why? They're
Same
different.
match.
They're different.
Extreme Rules horror show.
Oh, the horror.
I don't think it's the horror show this year.
Extreme Rules repeater.
Right, let's try this. All right,
Hi, Mark.
We're back. And then we have the fifth labor of Jericho part 2. Mark, are you with us? Hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
It was the 937 internet outage here at the Hottenstein States.
It happens.
That happens.
Devin says
no
the build.
warning, it just went.
Devin says the build been mediocre. Charlie says it feels like a build to a big Dynamite, like a Fighter Fest. Doesn't feel like a pay-per-view. Devin also adds less than expected for the build for the pay-per-view, in his opinion.
So
did you guys miss Dynamite?
I'm just kind of confused what kind of builds you guys think WWE are giving us that we're shitting on this build for AEW.
I don't remember
I
don't remember the last time I said there was a great build for a WWE pay-per-view.
Exactly. We never talk about it.
Because there's nothing to talk about. Every match on the WWE pay-per-view, we've literally seen every week for the previous 6 weeks leading up to it. So
the Take a Knee podcast didn't talk about it.
I'm just
the entire last hour of Dynamite for their go home show sold the show. You had the Punky Talkie segment with Sting and Darby All In. You had the tag match, which was a multi-man match. But then the closing of the show was your main event, locked in a cage doing the 3-person V trigger knee thingy. I don't know. I mean, fucking the Big Show's been getting TV time to build this. You don't have to like it.
I don't need that.
But it's been built.
Yeah, it's great. Great. More TV time for no BS Paul White.
Britt Baker has been on fire.
Britt has been great. Charlie says last good build for the E has had was Mania. I don't even think overall that build was that good. Couple of matches.
I'd like to go back and watch that Mania and see if that Mania was really as good as I thought it was. And it's not just a high from fans being back. Because I feel like if we go back, there's going to be like, ooh, this wasn't as good as I actually remember it being.
Maybe, possibly. I have not rewatched it.
And I will just sob through that Bray Wyatt match.
I think I sobbed through that Bray Wyatt match just when it happened. Okay, let's get to the card. Let's get to it. We'll predict it. We will start on the. Is it still called the buy-in? Is that what their pre-shows are called? On the buy-in, we have a 10-man tag team match: Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Wheeler Yuta, and Jurassic Express taking on the HFO, of course, Matt Hardy and Private Party and TH2. I'm going to go with Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor and all of them. Start everybody with the face pop. Tim.
Yeah, I'll go with best friends in the Lucha or the Jurassic Express. I want to mention, because I'm not going to be able to talk about it, the Jurassic Express finisher is brutal.
Yeah.
The Thoracic Express, that flip out deal that the dinosaur does into the power bomb. Oh my gosh. Every time I see it, it's a concussion. It is, it's so gnarly, dude.
Matt.
Jurassic 5.
Yes.
Ryan.
I can't wait for 2 years when we talk about this injury gimmick again, and we can say somebody that got injured during the Thoracic Express.
Oh my God.
Put them on our list. That'll be fun. Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Wheeler Yuta, and Jurassic Express.
Intern Mark.
I got to go with Jurassic Park, Orange Navel, and Chuck Norris.
I love it. Charlie, I think this is when we were talking about not the Big Show. He said, I can't wait to not watch that match. Charlie, I feel like you're not going to watch this show. So anyway, he says, what's the over under? This thing goes past midnight. Certainly possible.
I feel like we should put it. Well, that should be a question. Let's that'll be our bonus question. Let's time this bad boy.
There we go.
22 minutes.
Too long.
Yeah, too long.
I wrote down 5 hours, 22 minutes.
Right after it too.
Luckily, it's on Labor Day, and I'm off Monday.
There you go.
we're
That's
good.
true. Devin says Team Orange Cassidy. Mike says the Jurassic Friends. Then we go to the Casino Battle Royale for a shot at a women's AEW World Championship match. Nyla Rose, Thunder. I'm not going to read through all of them. Do you guys know who all's in it?
Yes.
Nope.
Ryan, go to Wikipedia really quick while I'm talking. And we will.
What
also,
if our listeners driving and can't go to Wikipedia, Jim? I think you should read them.
No, I think they're okay.
I'd be upset and
I'm
probably
afraid
stop
they're-
listening if I were them.
They shouldn't be watching while driving.
They're not. They're listening to the podcast feed of this tomorrow, Jim.
Then they can pull
I'm
over.
just thinking. I think the host should
They're
talk
going to tell
about it.
somebody to pull over on the middle of their commute to work to pull up the list of the buy-in because you're lazy and you don't want to read names such as Anna J, and Nyla Rose and Jade Cargill.
You want to you go ahead and finish them off, Tim. Go ahead.
I don't know all of them. Thunder Rosa's in it. You said Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa's in it.
The Bunny's in it.
Penelope Ford.
Tay Conti.
Tay Conti.
Diamante's in it.
Layla Hirsch.
Kira Hogan.
Hirsch is in it. Did you say
Kira
Matt?
Hogan is, yeah.
Kira Hogan.
Kira Hogan's in it. Yep, former guest of our show.
One-legged Rebel.
Yep.
Reba, not Rebel. Yep. The other chick, Jamie Hayter.
Yep.
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter. Her. Who's the Red Velvet? Probably.
Yes. Red Velvet. In it.
Black Velvet.
Nope.
Black Velvet.
Is Sheeter in it?
Hikaru Sheeter is in it.
Hikaru
Yep.
Sheeter.
Emi Sakura, is she in it?
Emi Sakura is in it.
Is Riho?
Riho just got added today.
All right, Riho, look at you.
What about Yuki Sakazaki?
I do not see her on the list. We're missing 3 of them.
What about Abba Dabba Ding Dong?
Ooh,
Yep.
Abba Dabba, Yabba Dabba, Yabba Dabba Doodah.
Yabba Dabba is in it.
What about Leva Bates?
Leva Bates is not in it.
How many more do we need?
What
2
about
more.
Now?
Varsity Blonde Girl?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Julia Hart.
Hart. Yep. And shoot. Vicky Guerrero.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Big.
Excuse me.
I thought I said Nyla Rose.
No.
The Big Show. No BS. Paul White in a wig.
Big Swole is the final.
Oh, that's not big.
The big's in the name. I was being clever with words. And then there is
It's a
one,
first.
And hey, I made a funny before we came on air.
The fuck?
And there's one to be determined. So we will also give our prediction for that. My prediction to win this is the person that I want to see win this, and that is Tay Conti. Because I think she deserves it and deserves another shot at the women's world title. Intern Mark, go ahead.
Did you say Paul Abdul's in this? Because my internet was cutting out.
Yeah.
No, I certainly didn't.
Mike,
Straight up now, tell me she's not in this.
She's not.
I'll go with. I tried to pull up the Wikipedia page when I turned on the iPad, and it sapped some more of the Wi-Fi, so I'm delayed.
Okay, yeah, don't do that. Turn off that iPad.
You don't want to read the list, Jim. Look what happened. I'll go with the Beast, Nyla Rose.
All right, Ryan.
Yeah, I also have draws down, Jim. No shit. I had Conti. Conti as well was my choice.
And draws down.
Oh, yes, Conti will win this one.
Sorry. Matt.
It's so
What was
bad.
that?
It was Rolling by Chameleon there.
Thank you.
That's so sad.
Oh man. Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill for Matt. Tim, go ahead.
I'm going with the Queen Slayer herself, Anna Jay.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome
Indeed.
back.
Welcome back.
Mike has
Welcome
Ruby
back.
Soho. That was going to be my guess for the
Ooh.
to be determined.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Devin says one from the Dark Order. One of the Dark Order. I think he means Anna J.
Yes,
Uno?
-1.
Evil Uno from the boy. If he's picking Evil Uno for the women's
Or no, he said
Casino
Thunder-
Battle Royale.
Oh, that was just one of his guesses. I think he's giving Thunder Rosa as his prediction.
None of this makes sense.
Thunder
What is
Rosa.
he even talking about?
Charlie says he's taking Thunder Rosa. He wants Britt Thunder Rosa too. And over under Red Velvet hits her moonsault. Much like the Lion Salt, I'm gonna go under. All right, let's
Red Velvet.
let's keep going here. We got John Moxley versus Kojima.
Are we not going to guess who the TBD is?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Tim.
Ruby, right?
It's got to be Ruby Soho.
Ryan.
That one actually makes more sense than the one I wrote down. So we'll go with.
Who'd you write down besides Draws?
Shane McMahon's wife.
I don't. If it wasn't for that damn pregnancy,
in the world.
Money talk.
Ryan,
He'd
who'd you
done
write
it.
down?
I don't think it's actually going to be Ruby. Ruby's still in New York. Ruby has not made her way to Chicago yet. So I'm gonna follow her vignettes.
How close is Chicago to New York, Ryan?
It's just past the Lancaster Host Resort, maybe an hour down the road.
No, not Philadelphia. We said Chicago.
Well, the roads were flooded, so she's not going to be able to make it. So the ravishing Russian Lana will be there. Lana was my write down choice.
CJ Lananovsky is
CJ Lananovsky. Or speaking of pregnancies, maybe Rhodes comes back. Maybe,
Ooh, that's
maybe,
possible.
maybe.
Got that reality show to keep.
I would quit the business if Brandy, I make everything about myself, Rhodes shows up. I will bet my nuts on it. Not yet. I haven't gotten to net betting yet. That's coming.
You say coming all the time. I don't know why.
There's so much.
My.
Why am I coming?
Intern Mark, who's your to be determined?
Well, Riot season is over, so I think it's going to be Ruby Soho.
I like it. I like that. Charlie says Ruby or Tessa. Devin says Ruby.
Oh, Tessa.
And Mike says maybe Camille comes over from the NWA.
I could see that.
Possible
That's
as well.
possible. What if it's Jordan Grace? Wouldn't that be something?
Now the Forbidden Door doesn't work apparently. as we've seen, that would be cool though.
That's the true Forbidden Door. Women, ugh, yuck.
You'd have to kick the bottom.
John Moxley versus Kojima. I'm gonna go Moxley. Intern Mark.
Well, I got to go with Moxley on this one as well. I got it because I can't pronounce the other guy's name. Her.
Oh my God.
He says her. Did you also just give me a little Charles Ramsey?
I did. You didn't take it though. You know, you're talking about the
Kick
Forbidden
the bar. I
Door.
heard it.
Yeah, body can't fit through the door. Only a hand. So you have to kick the bottom. And then they came out and there's some more women wrestlers up in that league. So
it's a dead giveaway.
And we got Thunder Rosa. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. I knew something was wrong when they only said 29 wrestlers are featured in that battle royal. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. I think Ruby Soho's coming in. Dead giveaway.
They got big testicles because I see this dude every day. I eat ribs with this fool.
Oh, that's such a great
story. Tony Khan. We listen to salsa music and eat ribs, and Tony Khan went and signed Ruby Soho. It was a dead giveaway. When Ruby started dropping all those hints on Twitter, it was a dead giveaway.
Right.
That's when I knew something was wrong. So I was sitting at home, eating my Saweetie meal, and I heard somebody screaming. And there's only 20 Battle Royal.
Oh, we usually mute him, but I was fine letting him go.
I can't see. I'm laughing so hard I can't see to fucking mute the guy.
Mark's on fire.
It was a dead giveaway. That fourth door, that door, Matt, a body couldn't fit through that door, only a hand. So you know what you got to do in that case?
Now he's caught in a loop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute him.
You gotta,
that seems
I'm gonna mute him. He's caught in a loop. Ryan, go ahead.
John Moxley.
Okay, Matt.
Moxley.
I
Tim?
thought you had draws.
Bad giveaway.
Oh.
I got John Moxley.
Matt,
Or excuse me. Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Ooh, that gave me chills.
Oh fuck. Moxley, Ambrose, Lariat. Perfect. My face hurts. God damn.
Oh man, you should check in on Mark before we go to the next one, though.
No,
he's he's not tuckered out.
He's still going.
Mark, how we doing? Oh, hold on. Let me. I only actually unmute him. He's stuck in mute apparently.
It was bound to happen sooner or later.
No clue.
Oh, there he goes.
We had no clue there was more women wrestlers in that league. So we called Tony Khan. It was a dead giveaway.
All right. The match
is actually frozen now.
Yeah, I think he actually did.
Dead giveaway.
That's what happens. It's a side effect of when you eat those Sweetie meals.
It is. No BS Paul White versus QT Marshall with Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado and the Gun Club and anybody else that wants to beat up on old Paul White. I'm going Paul White in this one. Because why not? Because why the hell not? Tim.
I don't care. Really don't, honestly. No one wins here.
I know we lose, but somebody who wins the match.
No one.
Okay. Matt.
No BS Paul White. And I will go one step further and say if this was on WrestleMania, it would be one of Jim's match of the year contenders.
That's true.
It wasn't that bad, guys. It only lasted 45 seconds. It was short. We got what we wanted.
And what exactly would constitute as getting what we wanted from a no BS Paul White QT Marshall match?
They call it off
McIntyre was
before
still
it
champion.
starts.
So do you remember at Money in the Bank when the Peacock feed died? That's what I want to happen to the pay-per-view feed.
Do you remember the Big Show and Eric Rowan stairs match?
Oh my God.
The exact opposite of that match would be what we would want to happen. So it just doesn't happen.
Ryan, what do you got here?
I don't want to answer it, but because this is what we do and this is an unpaying job, I'll say no BS bullshit. Paul White.
All right, let's try to intern Mark.
Well, I'll tell you what, those ribs are really good too. Now we're talking about the no BS and Marshall's.
Yes.
I prefer TJ Maxx, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather see a run-in from my ex-neighbor Don Dunkelberger than watch this match. I'll tell you what, if I had to pick one, I'll go with Marshall's because of the discount on the clothing. Nobody wants to see no BS Paul White. I'll tell you that right now. I'd like you to find two people that are happy to see Paul White on another pay-per-view. Find two people that say, yes, I'm going to buy this pay-per-view, Mark, because I want to see no BS Paul White wrestle one more match. All
right, well, those are two very different tasks. So am I finding someone that wants to see the match or someone that's buying the pay-per-view because of that?
Let's just go and see the match. I don't think there's two wrestling fans out there that'll say that they want to see Paul White in another match.
Devin has Paul.
Devin does.
Mike.
Wants to see him.
Can they both lose?
Yes.
Please.
Better yet, can one of them get hurt before the match?
That's kind of rough.
Mike, we put the word hurt in quotes.
But like nothing like serious, just enough that they can't have this match.
So like a stub toe, like then they'll be on Mario's list.
Yeah, like, oh, it's the big toe. Charlie says
oh, it's the big toe.
Now, what would he say?
I hate every single one of you.
An
You still have the
hour
owl?
and 40 minutes ago, we were all like, I love everybody. And we've all told each other we hate each other within an hour and a half.
Time. All we're saying is give us some time. You'll hate us too.
Charlie says
Yo, that is so good. That goes on a shirt. 3 count Thursday. Give us some time and you'll hate us too.
Yep, that's it. I love it.
That's going to be the first shirt on our new shirt store.
I will buy that shirt the moment we post
I will
it.
absolutely buy that shirt. Charlie says Tony Khan wants this match, and only Tony Khan.
That's probably a good prognostication there, Mike. I could see.
Yeah.
I could see Paul White pulling a hamstring, just kind of like getting up in the morning to go to get in his car to drive to the match.
All right, we got the part 2 of the fifth labor of Jericho going into labor. Chris Jericho versus MJF. If Jericho loses, he must retire from in-ring competition. So obviously Chris Jericho's winning this match. Intern Mark.
Yeah, Jericho's got to win. There's no way we can let him retire because you know how retirements work. It's got to be Jericho.
Ryan.
I hope it's a boy.
Yeah, I have Jericho winning as well. I do think he will be injured during this match to take some time off for the Fozzie Bear shows, but
for the COVID World Tour.
Yes, he will be off. I think for a little bit for that. But yeah, so maybe he wins by DQ. Who knows?
Matt,
but
Smokey, do you know why? Speaking of Fozzie Bear,
I don't want to hear it.
Bears don't wear shoes.
Yes, something about bare feet. Just move on.
Well, they'd still have bare feet.
I thought you were gonna say something along the lines of it hurts when they waka.
That would have been better. I have MJF winning this match because I think that Jericho will be taking some time off for the Fozzie Bear shows. And unlike Roman Reigns' possible retirement, I think this one is at least a little more up in the air.
I mean, it's at least plausible. Yeah, I would agree.
It at least needs to happen. Let's say that. Like he actually should never wrestle again.
I don't disagree with that. Tim.
Let me get some of that MJF.
Charlie says I won MJF, but Jericho is gonna be MJF's first defeat. Oh, that's right. He's never lost clean, has he, in singles competition? Devin says Jericho as well. All right, then we go to Mauro defending his AEW TNT title against Eddie Kingston. I'm fine with either of these guys winning this match, but I think Miro will retain his TNT title. Tim.
Who is he got? Who does he have?
Eddie Kingston.
Oh, I really hope Eddie Kingston wins here, but unfortunately, I've got Miro, though he's the best, man. No, not anymore. He's
the best,
man.
Matt.
Yeah, I also have Miro, but I won't be disappointed if he takes the L here.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm fine either way. Ryan.
Yeah, like you, Jim. I think I'm fine either way. I would hope Eddie Kingston, but I am going to go Miro.
Intern Mark.
Well, I'd like to see Kofi Kingston take the title, but I think the Bulgarian Brute's going to take it because we are at war with Bulgaria.
Are we?
Well, maybe we should
go with
if
it.
we're not.
Just nod.
We need Bulgaria. Their chief export is tin. We need more tin in this country.
Dude, you might be right. You really might be right about that.
Bulgaria.
Can somebody look
chief
that up
export
to
is
see what
pig.
Bulgaria's biggest export is?
It's Miro. Have you not seen him? He's huge.
He is big.
He's a big export.
There's no BS. He's huge.
Big dude.
Devin has Myro. Charlie says not Rusev. Mike says he still thinks Sammy should be in this match to defend his friend Fuego. I agree. But he says let's go War King. And
I'm
Devin
thinking
and
of Olivia.
Charlie both say this is where they think we might get a CJ debut. I think if CJ would debut, depending on where the battle royale falls to this match, like if CJ does debut during that match, I think it may also lead to Miro winning. Like, if she does align with him, like, why would you add a piece to the puzzle? His flexible wife that he thanks God for. Why would you
His
add
flexible double jointed wife that he thanks God for?
Like, why would you add that to the presentation and then have him lose the title? All right, let me go to a steel cage match for the AEW World Tag Team titles. The Young Bucks defending against the Lucha Brothers. Unfortunately, I think the Bucks are going to retain. Intern Mark.
Well, I think the Bucks stop there. I think the Lucha Boys are going to take it. And I'm sorry if that upsets you. And I misspoke. It's Bolivia who has the chief exporter 10. Bulgaria does not. It was my bad.
Got it. Well, I'm glad you corrected
Sorry
that.
if that upsets anyone.
We always like to make sure we're up on our exports here. Ryan.
Yeah, I think everything the Young Bucks are doing is turning to gold right now. I love everything about them. I am probably more of a Young Bucks fan today than I was ever. I absolutely love what they're doing. It is brilliant. The Young Bucks will be victorious at All Out. And I can't wait, Jim, for next week when we go over the results for you to read that line.
Matt.
The Bucks of Youth, and I cannot wait to put them as my number one for Wrestler of the Week. Win or lose.
What if you beat Tim? You can put him as Tim's picks too.
I'd have to remember to do the sheet. We know that's not happening.
Tim, go ahead.
I got the young Bucks.
Charlie asks Tim, if you were married to CJ, wouldn't you thank God every single day
and every night,
times a day?
Like, I would be the most devout man in the history of devoutness. I would, like, anyone who tried to tell me that God didn't exist, I would be like, you see that one right there? One, God existed because she chose me of everyone she could have chosen. She picked me. This. And secondly, did you see that?
Tim, you're a catch.
Sure. Appreciate you.
Charlie says he is taking the Balding Bucks.
Only one of them.
Mike says the Lucha Bros, if the Bucks retain, the next champs are Santana and Ortiz. Devin says he really wants to see the Lucha Bros win, but we all know the Young Bucks are winning.
That is the Italian team, the Lucia Bros.
Lucia Bros?
Lucia.
The gnocchi boys.
Isn't that who makes like the French bread pizzas that we used to buy with the school fundraisers?
Well, his mom did. Mama Lucia.
Oh, they were good. They needed a little more cheese, but they were still good.
That's true. All right. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Chris Statlander. I'd be fine either way with this one. I like Chris Statlander, but I think Britt is going to retain here. Tim.
I got DMD.
Matt.
DMD for sure.
Ryan. You know, this also plays on podcasts that people can't see what you did.
Moving my finger 3 times.
Thank you.
L.A. Knight? You're picking L.A. Knight?
That's bold. That's
Wrong
bold.
show, man.
That is a bold prediction.
$1 million megastar, L.A. Knight. Hagerstown, Maryland zone.
He's in that commercial,
Have
too.
you been to Hagerstown this time of year?
It's beautiful this time of year.
God.
I actually drove through Hagerstown.
Hagerstown?
Now, is that in Northeast Maryland, or is that...
How can a city be in a city, Ryan?
You're silly.
Well, why don't you just tell us where you're at, Tim? You're so general with Northeast Maryland.
He doesn't want the paparazzi to get him. Give the guy a break.
I don't want somebody to have to drag me out of my basement.
Intern Mark. Who do you got here?
I got to go with British Baker DDP.
Yes. Maria DeBaker DVD.
Maria DeBaker. Oh, man. I better not say much.
Oh, no.
You're talking about being double jointed. She had great muffins, I'll tell you what. Her muffins were always they were so fresh. And her pies, Maria DeBaker.
Not talk about that woman's pie on the radio.
Her cherry pies were the best pies in the whole market.
Stop.
Oh my
Maria
god.
DeBaker.
It was Mark,
in my face.
how would you sample her pies?
Well,
All right, now mute him for this so we can just see the hand motion.
Yeah, let's
take my thumb and I put it in the.
If you're only listening to the podcast, you need to watch.
Is it a molasses pie?
CM Punk versus Darby. It's got to be Punk, right? There's no way. 7 years, Chicago. There's no way. I like Darby, but there's not a chance in hell he's winning this match. Punk. Tim, go ahead.
CM Charles Montgomery, Cookie Monster, Chick Magnet, Punk.
Matt.
CM Punk.
Ryan.
CM Punk.
I'm afraid to do this. I'm gonna unmute him.
And I'll tell you, they taste great and they're less filling. That's the best part.
That is the best part. But Mark, CM Punk or Darby All In?
About Rita Baker's pie.
Bet you could.
I got to go with CM Punk. Charles Murphy Runk is going to take it. Him and Harold are going to have one heck of a match.
That's a callback.
Yeah, they were best friends. You remember them, Smokey, don't you? Were you there when CM Runk worked with us?
No. No, I thought this was somebody made up the whole time.
No, he's legit. He's real. He's real. He's doing photography now, working at the Walmart out on Route 30.
Good.
Super nice guy. He has a little bit of a speech impediment. And the one you have time
Mark,
for a story.
Mark, we're already past time. We gotta keep going here. Record that for the Patreon.
Remind me to tell you about CM
I will.
Runk and Black Pepper.
Oh, I sure will. I missed the last one because I was listening to Mark talk about somebody's pies. Devin had Baker.
I'm sorry,
Charlie
Devin.
had Mrs. Adam Cole. Devin has Punk for this match, and Charlie has Phil for this match. Then we go to the singles match, the AEW World Championship, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. Yeah, there's no way Omega's losing again to Christian and losing the title now. So I have Omega. Intern Mark.
Yeah, there's no way that Christian Cage's gonna beat Omega, so Omega's got to go over her.
Ryan.
And Sasha Press.
Yeah, Kenny Omega's going to win this. First time match.
First time. We've never seen it before. Matt.
Kenny Omega.
Tim.
Kenny Omega.
Devin says Omega. Charlie says Kenneth. Okay, so what was our bonus question?
Ooh, you're missing
length.
What am I missing?
The Andrade Pac match that got canceled. Andrade said he's going to issue an open challenge.
I must have missed that. When did that come
I don't think that's on the wiki.
It's not on the
but
wiki.
I have heard that. Is that not true? Did I make this up? My sources are telling me that I might have made this up.
If it was announced via the internet today, I did not see it.
I believe Andrade Pac was announced.
Andrade, they
unannounced it today. Knick-knack, pack-a-whack, travel issues, I believe.
Yes.
So, Ryan's not wholly wrong. So,
I'll take that.
So Tony Khan mentioned that the match is canceled. Andrade went on Twitter and said, "I'd wasted my time, just like in boxings when they don't make weight. The fighter has to be fine to some money, or she's just not ready to face me and he wants more time." Then he posted an image of himself standing in front of a portrait of himself, Andrade El Idolo versus #, #all out, #Chicago. So looks like there might be something for Andrade El Idolo at All Out.
So if it happens, who do we think he faces? I will start Bryan Danielson, because one of the questions I had was, will he debut? So yes, and this will be when. Tim.
Boom.
Ooh. Okay. Matt.
I am going to also say Bryan Danielson.
Ryan?
I think both of them come at a later date, and we get super hyped and then super disappointed when it's Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Matthews?
I mean, I'm here for him in AEW.
I think he's going to Impact.
I just feel like that's this is, or it'll be like Brian Cage.
Different Brian.
Intern Mark.
Wait, there's two Brian Cages?
There's Brian Cage and there's Bryan Danielson.
And there's 3 cages. There's 3 cages,
Oh,
multiple
different.
Brians.
And a page.
Multiple
There's
pages.
a cage match.
There's one page.
All Ego Ethan Page and the Hungman Adam Page.
I ain't seen Hungman on TV and I don't know how many long. There's one page.
I mean, he's on the roster.
Sure.
And the anti-diva page.
I don't know who that
forget about
is.
Diamond
I know.
Dallas Page.
Look, I will leave right now.
WCW, isn't that where that Game Wars pay-per-view was at?
Nope. Stop.
You don't have to do it. He took his ear things out. He
He
did it anyway.
Games.
Mark, who do you think could face
Now we're
Andrade?
talking- Well, I think it's going to be a little too early for Bryan Danielson, but I could see cousin Brian facing him in a match. I don't see it ending well. But I'll put my money on cousin Brian. Honestly, I don't know who else it would be other than Bryan Danielson. I think it's a little too early to bring him in yet. I think you save him for a rainy day. Then again, Hurricane Ida just went through, so there's that.
It's true. Devin says the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Charlie says if they have Bryan, save him for the Queen's show.
Yeah. Save him.
Which I think too, maybe he debuts here, which gets you more hyped for the Queen's show. Charlie thinks the mystery man is Sammy.
Ooh, Sammy would be good.
So then we go back to what was the bonus question? The over under.
No, just the time.
Right. So it starts at 8. Do we want to give like the actual time or just over under midnight?
Wait, are we saying 7 or 8? Because the pre-show's 7, right?
Well, yes,
buy-in.
the buy-in is 7. The main pay-per-view, the show you must pay to see, is starts at 8. So will this go past the midnight hour? Will this carry into Labor Day? I say yes. Tim.
Unfortunately, yes.
Matt.
Yes, past midnight.
Ryan.
Yeah, I have it at 4 hours, 22 minutes, 22 minutes into the new day.
Yes,
it is.
Yes, it is.
Intern Mark.
Well, Miley Cyrus sang about it, the midnight hour, and I gotta believe it's gonna be the first ever Labor Day pay-per-view. It's going after midnight.
Is it the first?
I mean, there's no chance
I
in
don't
hell
know.
this doesn't go to midnight.
No, there's no way. No way.
It's after midnight. It's going to happen.
Charlie.
I don't know if there's
Charlie's-
any wrestling pay-per-view on Monday, Labor Day.
Possible. Charlie says Bucks and Kenny are both going 30 minutes each. Definitely going past midnight. Devin says yes, going past midnight. Charlie also says Malachi Black could be the mystery man.
Ooh, Mariachi Black.
Oh, that'd be all right.
Mariachi Black. Anything else, gentlemen, before we close it out tonight? All right, let's do just that. Ryan, want to plug anything?
Yeah, sure. 1-800-273-8255. Write it down.
Intern Mark, got anything to add?
Well, there was a song not too long ago, I think during the pandemic, that actually had that 800 number as the song title. But be kind to each other, and let's be kind and be good and be nice, and let's not end on a sad note. So the Denver Fair's coming up, everybody. Get ready in a few weeks. Denver, PA. Get out there and get some funnel cake. And thanks for having me. It's great to be back.
Devin, have a good weekend, buddy. Have a good week. Matt, got anything to add? Got anything to plug?
Nope. Just make sure you're following the Instagram at 3 Count Thursday. We do our Woman of the Week feature. This week is Bryn Thorne. So 1 like on her post equals 1 vote towards Woman of the Year. And we do make donations to the charity of the top 3 finishers choosing. So it's all in good fun, but we try to do something positive with it as well. So just beyond that, like Mark said, be nice to each other.
Tim.
Hey, Matt, we have a special Women of the Week coming up.
We
teaser.
Might have been the jump in.
Teaser.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. Thanks, Mark. Tim, go ahead.
At Not the Toolman across all platforms. I podcast other places. I've mentioned it on there. But really, put that big message back up on the screen, Big Jim. We're here for you anytime. But also, there's other facets for you to reach out to. Suicide Prevention, Lifeline.org. 800-273-8255. Reach out if you need someone. If you need someone and we're not able to be there, they're always there 24/7. But if you want somebody to lean on, they're your rainiest days and your brightest days. Let us know. DMs are open at 3 Count Thursday across all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, of course, right here, facebook.com/3 Count Thursday. We're available. And at the end of the podcast, you'll see a screen as Big Jim talks where all of our Twitter handles are listed. Reach out. We're here for you in the sunshine and the rain. Big Jim?
Yeah. Look, 3countthursday.com. That's where you can find everything about the show. If you're here, if you're listening to us, thank you. I love you for being a part of my life. To the 4 of you, you guys are as much family to me as family, and I love each and every one of you. Be good to each other, be kind to each other. We don't know what everybody else is going through, so just be good. treat people. I know it's that golden rule thing seems so small. We learned it to treat people how you would want to be treated. So please be good. Be good to people. Reach out to us if you need somebody to listen through the good, through the bad, through the ugly, whatever. We are here. You're loved. You're wanted. Please be safe. Be smart. And until next week, go for the pin.